The NFC Championship, Commanders at Eagles. Jason, got any like keys to the game, or just like right off the bat? Have you ever played a team 3 times?
Yes, I played the New York Giants 3 times the year that we went to the Super Bowl against you guys.
What is that like? I've never played a team more than twice.
It feels weird, especially when they've been 3 meaningful games. Like the one game we had against the Giants was kind of like we were resting guys a little bit into the playoffs. Whenever you play a team twice, you know how this works. Like the first game plays and you see what you did well, what they did well. You go into the next game prepared to either keep doing what you did well or like, hey, be ready for this. If they do this again, this is how we're going to react. And now you're doing that for a 3rd time. And it's like, man, they know exactly what we're going to do and what our counter is. So it's always interesting to see how teams respond to a 3rd game against each other.
Yeah.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles, defensively, the key to the game, you got to stop the rushing attack. This team, I know Jaden Daniels is a great quarterback and he's known to push the ball down the field, but I really think a lot of it is set up with the ground game. Brian Robinson, they get into a lot of manageable 3rd and 4th down situations. And if it's manageable at all, 4th down is going to be a go for it situation.
Yeah. Try
and keep them out of that as much as possible. Easier said than done. They're as good as we've said before, complimentary team. They do a lot of things well. They don't make mistakes. This is not a team you can go into turning the ball over and making mistakes. They will capitalize on it. They will make you pay. Those are the big ones for me. Obviously, offensively, I think that we can run the ball as long as we're executing everything properly. If you go back to that last game against Washington, and credit to Washington now, they adjusted well in the second half, and they really started shutting down our runs for the day. But if the Eagles take care of business and everybody does their job, I think that they should be able to have a successful day on the ground. But this is a really good team. Both of these teams are great. Dan Quinn coaches these guys so well. Yep. They have Jonathan Allen back this time around. He's a great player.
Yep.
Bobby Wagner is as good of a defensive leader as you're going to find in this league. So I'm looking forward to watching it. Freaking crazy that an NFC East divisional game is going to decide the NFC champions.
That's fucking nuts. I can only imagine AFC West. Like, I can't even fathom it, man. Trying to fucking go toe to toe with a team that knows everything about you, man.
A lot of familiarity here, and that makes a difference. I brought that up earlier. If there's one thing I think Dan does a great job of, those guys are well coached. They know what they're looking for formationally. They know what their keys are. I've always felt like no matter where he's been at, he schemes things and lets those guys operate in the scheme and teaches them well on how to react to stuff. You see it in the way that they adjusted last game, and that's a battle that's going to happen in this game.
Nice.
Well, AFC Championship, Bills at Chiefs. Trav, what's the keys to the game?
I'm not going to tell you those.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll leave that to.
Can I say mine? I'll say mine.
Well, yeah, go ahead and give me the keys to the game, Jason.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I'm giving the fans. I'm not giving you the keys to the game. These are what I think 92%ers.
Okay.
Keys to the game. I don't know.
Good call. Well, we do know this. We got a few extra weapons on offense. I think we're a little bit healthier on the defensive side, so it doesn't mean that we'll have the upper hand just because of that. It's obviously these two great coach teams, two superstars at quarterback, and playmakers all over the board. The biggest thing for me is just going out there and playing my fucking tail off for these guys next to me, man. We're excited for that challenge to go up against these Bills. We know they match up very, very good with us. It's a very familiar, matchup. We've seen these guys a lot. We've seen them a lot in the playoffs and in the regular season. And that being said, it's gonna be a dogfight.
No doubt about it. I think obviously James Cook is such a huge integral part of that Bills offense. You got to try and slow him down, but easier said than done. And Josh does such a great job. There's something really hard about stopping a passing attack that doesn't just zero in on specific playmakers. I mean, he spreads the ball around as good as anybody else.
Yeah.
And then they're well coached on defense. Come on now, Sean McDermott. Let's go. Sean McDermott freaking Spagnola, Andy Reid, Joe Brady. Gosh, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. This is going to be a fun game. Can't wait.
Fire me up, baby. Best on the best. That's what I love.